Good morning. I don't even know what day it is. Day 10? Day 11? Day 10, I think. And, not doing too bad. Like, it's not too bad. It's not great, and it's not bad, but it's not too bad. Hope there's happiness in the world. You know what you gotta do. If there's not, go and flipping start your journey. Whatever journey you want to do, what you want to go on, start it, research it, learn about it, and make a start. All right then. So, without further ado, this is what actually I rolled today. A really, really nice joint. It's got a bit crinkled, but I'm not able to do that quite often. And when you do get a nice one, it's a little win for the day. And that was early in the morning, so I'm quite pleased. Another day on the road, not much on yet, but let's hope that gets better. So without further ado, let's get this bad boy lit, and let's get the medication sessions rolling. Cheers, everybody. I hope everyone's doing what they want to do in life, you know. Like, I'm thinking about this, me smoking in the mornings, and what people might think of it. It's like wake and bake. The reason why I thought about it, because I was looking for a few bits and bobs to get a bit more organised with this marijuana routine, and one of them said wake and bake I had a picture of wake and bake, and I thought, that's me actually, wake and bake. I like it. Yeah, and it's what I want to do. It makes me feel good, so sod it. Some people's gonna, if I think of somebody having a drink in the morning. Actually, I like having a drink in the morning too. Not so much anymore, of course. In fact, that's something I want to talk about, alcohol, and my my problems with it. Let's call it problems with it, and the realisation that I did actually have a problem. But that's not what I want to talk about today. Today is positive. I was thinking, right, about passions and placing a high importance on your passions, and making sure, having a routine that you do something, see something, hear something, whatever it is, to do with your passion on a daily basis, or every other day, or regular, let's call it just regular. Because I think I neglect my passions, and even with the self-sabotage, stop doing them completely, which is the worst thing to do. And then when I'm functioning, even when I would say I'm well, let's say, when I'm functioning well, I will neglect them, as and not do them as often. Perhaps on the slip down, maybe on the way up, I'm doing everything. But so with that, excuse me, with that, God, this is a bit of a strong one. The problem, God, it's got me. So with that, I've been listening to music lately, really quite a lot, and in particular just a few songs. And actually, I believe it's some kind of form of meditation, repeating songs over and over, a song over and over. Don't know much about that, but music therapy generally, I think, is where I got to. That's interesting me, because while I've been driving, like I said, I've been listening to a few tracks that mean a lot to me, and also a striking, like hitting. They're meaning so much to me. New songs or old songs or whatever, each has got different meanings, and I don't know whether it's coming off these meds or whatever. It must be, because I'm not usually an emotional person. Although recently, just in the last few days, I've been thinking, well, maybe I am an emotional person. Okay, let me start that again. I am an emotional person, but it takes a lot to get to me to the emotional part, because I think that I'm suppressing that emotion because I don't know how to control it or use it in a positive way. I mean, how many times do you know, if someone cries, they say, "Oh, I feel so much better now." Well, that's a sign, isn't it, really? Shouldn't we be going, "Oh, I'll tell you what then, I don't feel too good." And if you're emotional and if you feel like crying, or it's a sad situation, just have a flipping cry. And then, true say, you do feel better after. So isn't that medicine? Isn't that therapy? Why isn't anyone recommending that? Or are they recommending it and I'm just not seeing it? Because I've seen music therapy for sure. So so my emotions are running high right now. So in this new way of thinking, I'm trying to recognise what my body's telling me, what my mind's telling me. Can't always trust that. But that's the learning process, because I can't trust my mind at the moment. I feel. However, as long as I'm in a position where I can just justify my thought or idea and tag it for the good of me or my family or whoever, friends or whoever, or society, you know, just, is it good or is it bad? And and I think getting in touch with your emotions is so important. And like watch it, and not just music. Sorry, just to stick with the music. So what I decided to do yesterday, as my thing to do, was to arrange a playlist, a positive playlist, that I can just, every time I hear a song, add a song to it. I've done playlists before, but never with the focus of just adding music that really means something to me. I have an attachment to it. In fact, I'll tell you the songs, because there's not that many on there so far, and I think it's I think maybe this is just a reminder to myself, because I'm trying to talk to myself, but I'm learning how to do these videos. I'm trying to find a groove, but really it's for myself. But if anyone does watch, let's do a top 5. Firstly, Ben Howard, Keep Your Head Up, Keep Your Heart Strong. The inspiration to the name of the channel, because Head Up, Heart Strong, because I heard this song quite recently, and if you listen to the lyrics, for me, it's the beginning part is really sung from my perspective, and it's a really it's about somebody like me. I believe I interpret it that way, and then it goes on to sing about a good friend who's a few of the lyrics are, this friend was, you could see the comfort invested in my soul. And I've got a friend like that, Sam, and he was there for me, man. And the lyrics are just perfectly about him. Bit gay, but he was there for me in such a moment where he literally caught me from collapsing. He turned up at that time, and this song really means a lot to me. And I cry my eyes out at the moment every time I listen to it, because it means so much. That happened, and it's recent, and I don't think I'll ever forget that. I know I'll never forget it, and I know I'll never forget that track. So then the next track we're gonna go for Stormzy, Blinded by Your Grace Part 2. Just an incredible kind of gospel hip hop vibe. And that you can interpret the lyrics again to one lyric is, on the main stage running around topless, look at what God did, or whatever, something like that. And that's specific to Stormzy, obviously he's doing that, but you can interpret that to just achieving your happiness in your life. If I could achieve this dream life that I'm chasing right now, which is very simple, to be back to me, learn to be to be self-functioning and happy, then I will be running around main stage freaking topless. And the song goes on to how your God for him, or my universe, or my whatever I'm searching for, has saved me. And I do feel like this journey I'm on at the moment could have the potential to saving me. So that's a really deep, meaningful song. And again, just like I'm bawling my eyes out at the moment every time that comes on, and I'm doing it on purpose because I'm embracing it, and I'm letting go of these emotions, and I'm feeling better after it. So maybe today, so it's maybe today I was going to say, find a track that means something to you, put it in, start a playlist. And then go, and then I'll do one more. I'll do a top three. I'm gonna go for Raoul Midon. I was gonna say J.P. Cooper, Closer, because that would be the next one, and that's a song briefly about, because he travels a lot. This artist, J.P. Cooper, he's away from his son a lot, and it's called Closer, and it's about being away from his son. So for me, that means something, being away from Mila. But I'm going to go for Raoul Midon, Sunshine. Raoul Midon is just an incredible artist. Firstly, he plays guitar, bongos, trumpet with his mouth, like I don't know what, and other sounds, and does all that blind. Piano, plays some piano, and he's just madness, man. He's so good. He's so uplifting and so inspiring. And if you listen to any of his songs, State of Mind being a particular favourite of mine, but I've switched at the moment to Sunshine because of the time I'm in. And the lyrics, just uplifting. Just uplifting. You're rolling down around. The way he sings it, if you listen to the live version, he tells a story, and it's gone bang into my top three at the moment. So I'm going to build that list, and let's try and build this up so that you can bring a bit of emotion to your day. Set aside some time, listen to a few tracks, bring a bit of emotion out, feel better. That's our goal, isn't it? To feel better. So why not? I'm recommending that for the day, which leads me on really to passions. And following your passions, like I said earlier, and giving yourself, that putting that on your list every day, to follow your passion. If it's watch something or research something, or at the moment I'm getting my snooker cue out. Snooker for me is, in this recovery period, has been really good for me. I mean, I've always liked snooker, but never to this point. And the reason being, I know the reason why, is because it's new and it's something to learn. It's something I'm not very good at, and I don't particularly like being not very good at things. It's a fascinating game because you can just play it by yourself. I go to the snooker. I used to, not at the moment. Go to the snooker club by myself for a few hours. Come out feeling just totally refreshed. You're on your own. You're in a dark snooker hall. And if you bang a few balls in, and I was learning, using it to learn and focus, and it was really good for me. So I'm going to get back into that. But for me at the moment, I'm picking up my cue like a little schoolboy, playing on my flipping bed. But I love it, and I can't wait to get back. And so what? If that makes me feel better, there you go. That's that one done. Tick for the day. Little mini ticks, little mini things that make you feel better, surely is the therapy. Trick is doing it daily, and that's always been my problem. Is life gets ahead of you, you're chasing things, you're not prioritising your time, taking medication, drugs, the pharmaceuticals. Your thoughts are, I'm so creative right now. I feel so, I mean, I've always been creative, but there's been feels like, if I compare how I feel now to then, it feels like I was battling against something for my creativity, and maybe coming up with some decent ideas, but not being able to have the capacity to map out the journey, or I'm trying to avoid the word business plan and business totally. I don't know why. Maybe I'll find it out. But at the moment I am. So the journey or the plan, let's call it a plan for success for an idea, was all over the place because I was all over the place and numb. And I'm not saying I'm well now, but I feel a difference. I feel like there's a new approach. I've done things quicker because I'm not worrying so much about whether to put the sentence this way or that way, the phrase or my mission statement for this project is like 5 words, and I started. I'll usually not be able to do it because I have so much in there, and now I've just been able to reduce this mission because it is a genuine mission and a genuine passion. This is a project born from something different. My projects before are born from wanting to make as much money as possible. And forcing ideas into, forcing, because I've never been traditional really. I've always thought every project I go into, I find myself talking to investors or banks or whoever, and always saying the words, "This isn't a usual case," because I always seem to try to do it my way, but sick. And it works to start with, but it's the maintaining of it, the maintenance of it that I can't get to grips with, as I've said before. So this approach, it's all different. So it's good. So that's what I've been thinking about lately: the passions and reigniting the passions and music therapy. And I'm going to look into music therapy because that could be an interesting one. I think I've worked out that this whole thing, again, reducing the complication of things since this meeting with Adam the other day. Even just yesterday it was. Then I was trying to think of just reducing what I say to be a bit more concise. So, for example, for an example, my interest really is in alternative therapy, because that's the question. That's my question: is what is the alternative therapy? And that's my quest. And if that comes by listening to music on a regular basis, and following a passion on a daily basis, and eating well, and doing those, meditating, then I want to kind of explore all of them. It's not really just medical marijuana and psychedelics at all. So I'm going to keep looking into these alternatives. The music one's an easy one to implement, people. Pretty much everybody's got music, and I think just stop listening. Maybe try to avoid just listening in the background to a load of nonsense, and setting yourself a bit of time, because the track's 3 minutes. You can set yourself 3 minutes to sit aside and really listen to targeted songs that mean something to you, that can help you with dealing with the problem right now. You might be missing someone, a loved one who's not with us anymore, and missing them. So give yourself that. Allow that. Don't let it manifest into anything else. Sit there, give yourself 6 minutes. Sod it. Listen to it twice. And get deep with yourself, and then come out of it and get on with your day, because you owe it to yourself. Whatever your problem is, I think it's such an easy thing to implement, but do it in the right way. And I don't know if that's the right way, but that's the way. I mean, I'm alright because I'm listening to the music while just basically doing nothing. This job's so easy, so I can I'm listening, and I'm in that state of mind and that journey of my life. But not everyone's there. But whatever, just get some music on. Just try and listen and enjoy. So on that bombshell, Mila, my baby, I love you. I miss you. I'm coming for you. I missed your calls this morning. I hope you're okay. But yeah, I love you. And also, in honor of the name of the channel, to sign off, I'm going to ask to keep your head up, keep your heart strong, keep your mind set. Ciao.